Welcome, everybody. Hello. Thank you guys for being here. I did cancel Wednesday. I was supposed to be here on Wednesday, but last week I was so sick. I normally pass through illness really quick, but this one knocked me on my butt for over a week. So thank you for understanding. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your grace. And I'm back today. We will talk a little bit about Mercury retrograde ending, a little bit about Mercury stationing direct, because that's what we were supposed to talk about on Wednesday. And then we're going to talk about what we actually came here to talk about. But let's see who is here today. Deborah, good morning. Greetings, Jackie. Hi, Lisa. I am feeling better, thank you. I required a lot of rest this time, and I gave it to myself. And I'll tell you guys all about it. Not all about the illness, but... Hi, Violet. Good morning from New York. Was talking about you at my live last week. Awesome, Violet. Thank you. TGIM, Wade. You're making me think. Thank God it's Monday. Aw, I like Mondays. Hello, Christine. Jennifer, good evening from Australia. Good morning, Lisa. Hi, Nancy. Good morning, Michelle. Thank you, Tam. Deborah, you sound so much better. Yeah, last week on Monday I came and I had like barely a whisper on my voice. This is from martial arts, by the way. It's going to be showing up. We were doing some punching drills and I was back fisting the wrong way, so I have a scar to prove that I wasn't doing it right. Hello, Greg. Happy last day of April palindromes. That's right, Greg. Ever since April 20th, we've been able to put the date forwards and backwards the same way. Karma from the Pacific Northwest. Christine, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about my birthday. Greetings, Lori. Thank you. Good morning, Bonnie. Hello, Becky and Amber. Hi, Elena. Thank you, Violet. Good morning, Nicole. Hello, Melinda. Thank you. Hello, Julie and Debbie and Sandy. Sandy's book was just pre-released. Super excited for you, Sandy. Jackie, want to say good morning, but now I keep thinking about morning as a word, so grand rising. Hello, Jackie. Welcome. Thank you, Judy. Angel, hello. Jody, hello from Sydney. All right, guys, so yes, my birthday was on Saturday. I was going to come and like celebrate myself a little bit on Wednesday, but essentially I hadn't slept at all last week because I would wake up coughing in the middle of the night. So Wednesday morning I just needed to just have a little bit of sleep. So I canceled our session on Wednesday. My birthday was on Saturday. I am now the age of 33. I'm super excited to be this like master teacher age. 33 feels amazing. I pulled my solar return chart for the first time ever. I've never gotten into that. It just like never really called to me. And this year, for whatever reason, I was like, you know what? I'm curious what it looks like. So I pulled it up. And the time that my sun returned to the exact degree where it was when I was born was at 2 a.m., 22 minutes, 2 seconds. 2. And that's my number. I've talked about before how like passed on family members are the 2s for me, and it's just a magical number. So I'm super excited for this birthday. I'm actually going to use one of my birthday presents as one of our decks today. But on my birthday, I went to a spiritual summit. There was a new like conference near me, and it was the first time that this facility had run it. So that was really cool to just go do some woo-woo stuff alone on my birthday, be with myself. I've received so many messages so far that are in alignment with everything. So change is on the way for me this year. I don't know what that means, but dragonfly energy is with me. And that is because it came from one of my oracle books. And then I went to the spiritual summit, and this girl had her own oracle cards on the table, and she's like, oh, pick one. And I picked it up and it said change, and I was like, okay, I'm hearing it. And then I was at this crystal stand, and there was this this is Mookite. It's a Mookite dragonfly. So with the dragonfly change and then the change coming back, I figured I should bring that in to my life. And then I have, I'm going to record a special video later today. I just feel inspired, so I'm going to do it. So thank you for the birthday wishes. That was Saturday. Yesterday, just going to brush over this because we have a lot to talk about today. Astrologically, yesterday, Mars and Neptune met up in Pisces. Were you guys playing with water? Did you guys do a lot of water activities yesterday? And this could be like water element, right? Like, were you emotional? Were you feeling intuitive hits, or were you physically like doing stuff with water yesterday? Because I didn't put two and two together until this morning. For my birthday, I asked for a steam cleaner, and it has changed my life. And I would love to get paid to promote this thing because I'm a self-admitted lazy cleaner. I hate chemicals and I hate scrubbing, and I clean everything with vinegar and baking soda, and like that only does so much. So I've cleaned my oven a total of like 3 times in the 5 years I've lived here. I got this steam cleaner yesterday and I cleaned for 4.5 hours straight. I was just on it. Like, my shower is pristine, my oven is pristine, my microwave, my air fryer, my floors, everything is just like, oh. And then this morning I was like, oh, Mars conjunct Neptune in Pisces. Mars gives us the energy to act. Neptune and Pisces are all about water. So I was like, oh, of course I wanted to play with steam all day yesterday. Julie, I found this one on Amazon. It's I think the brand is H2O Pro. And this is my first ever steam cleaner. I don't know if it's the best one. Christine cleaned all of your bird feeders yesterday. Mitch was swimming. Suzanne watered your plants. Was it like a special watering? Nicole, it rained all day by you. Yeah, it rained by me too. Jacqui was super moody yesterday. Thank you guys for the birthday wishes. Here, Christine, I'm going to hold up that dragonfly one more time while I read the comments. Nina, what? I use all those things too much without cleaning. Yeah, you know, me too. And I tried cleaning my air fryer with vinegar and baking soda, and it's just a pain in the ass. You can share an affiliate link from Amazon. I gotta look into that, Melissa. The best birthday gift. Yeah, I was blown away. Amber, potting and grieving yesterday at the loss of a family member. Potting? You mean like potting plants? Because that's interesting. That's what I did when I lost my Aunt Jeannie. I repotted all of her plants. Greg's been accomplishing a lot creatively. Yes. Amber, yes. That's so interesting. This guy right here, this cane, I don't know what this is called, but that was one that I repotted right after she passed. It's beautiful. Becca spilled a water bottle in her car. Leia had a tip with your partner who's a Pisces. Mimi did dishes yesterday. I mean, that's water. Yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there as something silly because that's how astrology can show up in your life, right? I had this like major energy to do with water. So, all right. So quick note about Mercury stationing direct. This is what we were supposed to talk about on Wednesday, but I was sick. Mercury finished his retrograde on Thursday, April 25th. So he stationed direct at 15 degrees of Aries. So now that we have reviewed our sense of self, Mercury retrograde in Aries, reviewed our sense of self, who am I, all of April, what have you found? What freedoms have you discovered? And this might be freedoms that you have or freedoms that you desire. What personality traits have you uncovered? Personality traits that you have or personality traits that you desire. Mercury will remain in his shadow for the next 2 weeks until the 13th of May. That's when he will reach 27 degrees of Aries. That's the degree where he began his retrograde. So that's what I'm going to say about Mercury retrograde for now. I interweave it into some of our Venus and Mars talk today. But this morning, today's Monday, April 29th, This morning, Venus entered her own sign of Taurus. And tomorrow, Mars is entering his own sign of Aries. So these two planets will be in their own signs. They'll be feeling more comfortable. They'll be feeling at home. Their energy is exalted. Their energy is bigger, more apparent, more amplified. Venus will be in Taurus from April 29th through May 23rd. Mars will be in Aries from April 30th until June 10th. Melissa's been trying to figure out who I am again besides a mom. All of April, it was the main thing that kept coming up. Beautiful, Melissa. That means that you are in a cycle, like you're ready to go. You're ready to change it. Not to say that like being a mom is bad, but having your identity wrapped around this one thing, yeah, I feel the expansion. So Venus in Taurus today. She's already there. Venus represents our values. Taurus is connected to what we value. So with Venus and Taurus, our value system will be extremely highlighted. So during this next month, she's there till May 23rd. You might find yourself naturally questioning, is it worth it? Is it worth my time? Is it worth the money? Is it worth the effort? And you may surprise yourself to discover what you find worthy of your attention and what isn't or no longer is worthy of your attention, your energy, your action. Venus also shows us what we are attracted to and what we attract into our lives. Taurus is related to finances and tangible resources. So, if you are still waiting to see what the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction had for you, we had this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction on April 20th. This is something that I said is going to be lingering. I can't remember the exact dates. I think this is going to be lingering through middle of June. But Jupiter conjunct Uranus in Taurus, I felt was an abundance of unexpected resources. So if nothing has shown up yet and you're like, what the hell, Jacqui, you lied to us, Venus in Taurus might help expedite the process because Venus attracts. She's the divine feminine. She shows us what we're calling in, what we're attracting, what we're naturally receiving. Taurus is where tangible resources live. So that doesn't have to be money, right? I don't want you guys to attach to like, oh, $10,000 is just going to show up for me. It might, but it could come up in something else. So have you opened yourself to receive the material resources that you've been expecting? Have you set your intention? Mercury was retrograde when Jupiter and Uranus had their conjunction. So at that time, you may have been unclear of what you desired. You may have been reviewing if it was actually what you wanted. If we are in this reviewing of who we are, right? Mercury retrograde review in Aries, who we are, you might not have been able to link up with, okay, this is what I desire. Because if you're still confused about, is this really who I am? Is this the personality I want to display? How do I know if that's what I want? So take your time. There is no rush. What is meant for you is already on the way. However, don't be afraid to tell the universe, this is what I want. I am welcoming this into my life. I am ready to accept this. And if you still don't have a clear picture of what you want, and to be honest, guys, I'm kind of in this boat right now. The details are still a bit foggy. Give it another 2 weeks. Allow Mercury to move through his shadow. Allow Mercury to come back to the point where he started his retrograde. And when it feels right, call in exactly what it is you desire. Jacqui says, is it tangible resources or could it be other support? Absolutely, it could be other support. You can call in whatever you want. I focus on the tangible resources because Taurus is an earth sign, but resources in general can be whatever. You may, everybody may have, what? You may have been feeling lower energy to take action on the things that you desire, specifically since March 23rd. That's when Mars entered Pisces. Mars in Pisces was giving us the ambition, Mars, to surrender, the ambition to let go, the ambition to drop the action, to flow, right? So Mars will be entering his own sign of Aries tomorrow, and I can already feel the fire igniting. Mars is the planet of action and ambition. He represents what drives us and how we're driven. Aries is the spark of fire that begins the zodiac wheel. Aries is go-getter energy. It's symbolized by the ram, and it will try and try and try again. So, beginning tomorrow until June 10th, Mars in Aries feels like unlimited energy. And I want you to take that with a grain of salt, because we have to remember that we are human, okay? No matter what your astrology chart looks like, no matter what your human design chart looks like, we all need rest and we all need breaks. However, Mars in Aries feels like when it's go time, it's go time. There's ample energy to act all of May and for the first 2 weeks of June. So Mars entering Aries, coupled with Mercury stationing direct in Aries, this feels like such an intense energy to act on the things that you've discovered about yourself throughout the last month. I'll say that again. Mars entering Aries, coupled with Mercury stationing direct in Aries, this feels like an increase in energy to act on the things that you've discovered about yourself throughout the last month. What it is that you desire, who it is that you want to be, how you want to call in the freedoms in your life. And Venus in Taurus is assisting you to weed out what is worth your time, what is worth your energy, and what isn't. So just one last little wrap up about all of this. I see Venus as the divine feminine in astrology, and I see Mars as the divine masculine in astrology. And with Venus being in her own sign of Taurus and Mars being in his own sign of Aries, this is like heightened divine masculine, divine feminine coming into balance. It's available for us to call in. So if you've been feeling imbalanced, off-centered, unaligned, this next month specifically, because Venus will leave Taurus at the end of May. So all of May, the first 3 weeks of May, I feel like that's going to be a really good readjustment period for us, getting us on track, allowing us to give and receive in divine balance. So I'm going to use the first deck to ask how we can most effectively utilize the divine masculine, divine feminine balance. And let me look at your comments real quick, and then I'll show you this new deck that was gifted to me for my birthday. Karma says, I've been contemplating the value of certain relationships. Are some of the people I interact with good for me, especially toxic family members? Leaning into healthy relationships as the best currency. I hear you, Karma. I hear you, Karma. I had a conversation about that specifically at this convention over the weekend. It came up, hand analysis, and it brought up family stuff. And I was talking about how I keep going back to my family and I don't know why. There's a hopeful obligation. I don't go back to my family with this but I'm always oh, maybe I'll discover something about them today. Oh, maybe I'll find a new connection this time. And then every time I go, it's just kind of meh, I was just there. And another thing that's been coming up around that is, that saying, blood is thicker than water? Did you know that that is a paraphrased version of the actual saying? The blood of the coven is thicker than the water of the womb. So the saying has been twisted on us. The saying is trying to get us to say that like blood family is thicker, stronger than water. But the saying is actually saying the blood of the coven, like who you choose to interact with, who your chosen family is, that's stronger than just the water of who you were brought up with. It's very interesting. My opinion about family, and if you have a great relationship with your family, I'm happy for you. But my opinion about family is that you're born into this group of people that you can't escape from because you're a child, right? So you have to be with them. And it's to like give you your formative lessons so that once you're able to move out and once you move on with your life, you have this like jumping off point of ways to work through your life, things to heal about yourself. Like you're granted your family so that you have like a background of a jumping off point about how to move through your spiritual lessons and how to grow and evolve yourself. So yeah, look at that. I don't know where all that came from. That comment hit me hard, I guess. Amber has had to step away from family. Wish they could respect boundaries. But you know, like, sorry that they can't, but this is teaching you how to enforce your own strong boundaries and how to realize, like, this person is not respecting it. I'm going to walk away. If it's meant to be, they'll come back, you know? Give it 2 weeks. Yes. If you are unclear on anything right now, especially like whatever happened in April, if you're still just like, what's happening, give it 2 weeks. Give it through the shadow period. Jenny escaped to the other side of the country, but kept hopefully going back. Now I haven't seen them for almost 2 years. Energy shift. Interesting. Deborah says, mind blown. That makes so much more sense. That blood and water saying. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, so we're going to ask how to most effectively utilize this divine masculine, divine feminine balance. The deck that I'm going to use today, this is the Sacred Forest Oracle. This came from Christine. Thank you so much, Christine. I pulled one card from this deck, and that's the card. This is my age 33. I said, what is coming for me in age 33? And I got the dragonfly spirit of change. So that's where all this dragonfly energy came from. Only used this deck once. It feels super powerful. So I'm just going to dive in with it today. Jenny, that's your newest deck too. I love it. Awesome. Me too. It's very sacred and magical. There's a lot of fairy energy in this deck. I like it. So we're asking how to most effectively utilize this balance of the divine masculine and the divine feminine with Venus and Mars in their own signs. So feel free to send your energy into this deck and asking your highest source, whoever you work with, how to most effectively utilize the balance between the divine masculine and divine feminine. If this is your first time with me, oh, by the way, my name is Jacqui Mancuso. I often forget to introduce myself. If this is your first time with me, I'm Jacqui Mancuso. I'm a self-studied astrologer from Northern Illinois. We've already talked astrology, and now we're heading into some oracle cards. We're going to pull from two different decks. So this first deck, I'm going to allow 3 cards to fall out of the deck for us, and then you get to practice your intuitive skills. So once the 3 cards come out, I'm going to show you the backs of the cards. So you're going to see that same angel sitting on Pegasus image that you saw when I showed you the back of the deck. But I want you to tune into any of your other senses, be them physical senses, be them extra sensory senses, literally whatever. There's no right or wrong way to utilize your intuition. If you feel absolutely no change with any of the cards, then the whole reading just holds an equal amount of importance for you. This whole reading is for all of us. It has something for everyone, the whole reading, all 3 cards. But if a card feels stronger, different, odd, weird, if it makes something change, that could just be that that message has a stronger message for you, a stronger resonating theme. So we asked, how can we most effectively utilize divine masculine, divine feminine balance because Mars and Venus are in their own signs? So here's the back of the 3 cards, and let us know in the chat which cards resonate with you. Here is the back of card number 1. The back of card number 2. And the back of card number 3. Let us know which cards are resonating with you. All I'm seeing are 3 words in front of me, and I'm like mind blown, so I can't wait for this one. I'll show you guys the back of the deck, or the backs of the cards one more time. Again, the back of card number 1. The back of card number 2. And the back of card number 3. Let us know in the chat which cards are resonating with you. I saw that someone, who was it? Patty? April, said she misses my background music. Let me inform you guys why I no longer have background music here. So I'm just being totally transparent. I have recently been able to monetize my YouTube channel, and this is huge for me because I do this work and I do this work and I do this work and I do this work. And now like I'm getting a couple cents on the dollar for the work that I do. So the first video that I uploaded with my background music, I had to split my monetization with the YouTube channel that I use for my background music. And at this point, like, I'm just trying to make a living sharing my gifts. So I decided to detach the background music. So I understand that like there's a flow to it. I love having meditative music on 24/7. So if you miss that in my background, I use the YouTube channel called Meditative Mind. You can search them up, put it on somewhere else in your house and have it playing in the background. But yes, I do understand that the flow and all that works very well, but that's why I no longer have my background music. All right, let's see who's working with what. Karma 2, Tolkien 1 and 3, Win 2, Jennifer 3, Joe 1, Leah all 3, Judy 1, Greg 1 and 3, Kat 3, Deborah 2 and 3, Kelly 1 and 3, Melissa, there was a loud crow when you held up 2. Lovely. Lovely. Athena 2 and 3. Chat is jumping. Jennifer 2 and 3. Violet 3. That 33 resonates. Becca 3. Eddie just connected, so it must be 3. Yes. Nina 1. Swallowed. 2. Left elbow. 3. Warmth around my head. Joy 2, itchy nose, and pressure in my chest. Cat's mind is blown. Suzanne 2 and 3, Angel 2, Karma still 2, Carrie 1, Lisa 2, my TV made a funny noise and it's not on. Michelle 2, Mimi 3, Eddie 3, April 3, Nancy 3, Lori 2, Janine 2, Nicole 3, Carly 3, Heather mostly 2, a little 1, Melinda 1 and also 3, I think. Janine 2 and sort of 3. April can hear it slightly. So I have it playing behind me because I need it to focus. If I have complete silence, I'm just like, oh, I can't think, and I overthink. So I need it to like, yeah. But I can't, I'm sorry, I can't. Christine 2, dog outside barked twice. 3, dog barked once. Interesting. Oh, Greg, you can hear the music? When I edit these, I like zip out all the background And when it was, I used to put my laptop right by the mic, and it was just way too much. Eddie, you have to create your own music now. You want me to sing and channel for you guys? I'm just kidding. Jenny 1 and 2. Oh. Elizabeth 3. Jackie, you missed me at the top. 3. Tara 3. Anna 2 and 3. Nicole all 3. April all 3. Wade is going with the 2 theme today. Okay. I'm just looking at numbers. Okay. Okay. So, like I said, I've only pulled 1 card from this deck. I'm not familiar with like how the deck flows. I don't even know why I have to say that. Everything always works out. You want me to sing the cards today? Definitely will not be doing that. All right, so we're asking, this again is the Sacred Forest Oracle. And we're asking how to most effectively utilize divine masculine and divine feminine in balance while Mars and Venus are in their own signs pretty much all of May. So how to utilize the balance in May. Card number 1, Christine got me this deck, and Christine has recently been asking for maple leaves. Card number 1 is the Maple Spirit, and the message is generosity. I'm going to say this word wrong, and you guys can correct me if you want. Beneath the large boughs of the maple tree, animals are invited to rest. At any time, you might see a doe and her fawn curled in the midday shade. Squirrels scamper up the trunk and dash from limb to limb. A rabbit stops to sniff the air. Creatures large and small are drawn to take refuge in the maple's shade. What you give out comes back to you tenfold. There are times in life to receive, and there are times to provide love, services, and items to others. That's divine masculine feminine balance right there. This card suggests that this is a time to give with your whole heart. Give without thinking of what you will gain in return. By doing this, you enter into the flow of the universe, and blessings will shower upon you. Maples are thought to be a very old species of trees. They are known to withstand environmental changes and can survive and thrive in various climates. Some traditions believe that the maple lends strength and power to those around it. If you tap into the maple, you will find a sweet sap, which symbolically brings sweetness into your life. The spirit of maple says, be open to receive the bounty of the universe. At the same time, be generous with others and with yourself. A warmth of spirit radiates from you. Share from your heart and receive with an open heart, and success will blossom. This card, to me, brings a little bit of frustration with it because I often find myself in this like mind F of, am I giving too much? Am I giving too little? Am I receiving enough? Am I blocking the reception? Should I be receiving more? And I have a really hard time falling into that balance, falling into that flow of giving and receiving. But the message that keeps coming up when cards like this come up is that giving isn't supposed to be effortful. You're not supposed to be scraping from the bottom of your resources to give to others. And there I go, I'm using the supposed to word. It is most in alignment when you give freely what you have an abundance of. So I don't want you to beat yourself up if you've been giving and giving and giving and you're like, my God, I don't have anything left. How am I supposed to give more in order to receive more? Because I don't have it. I want you to tap into what you do have an abundance of. Do you have an abundance of time? Do you have an abundance of listening ear? Do you have an abundance of canned goods that you can donate, right? What do you have an abundance of? That's what you are meant to be freely giving, because it's coming to you in abundance for a reason, because it's yours to share. Then, by setting that intention, I talked about it in the astrology earlier today. Setting the intention, I am open to receive. I am ready to receive. I welcome XYZ into my life. That will bring that balance back into balance. This card also talked about giving to yourself, loving yourself. And I saw a beautiful post, my friend put it on Facebook the other day about, and this was specifically like for single ladies, but if you are looking for a person to give you these types of feelings, give them to yourself. If you're looking for the universe to give you whatever, you got to give it to yourself. The more you start filling your own cup, the more things will start to come into your life. So love yourself. Tolkien says, same here, started to stop myself from giving too much. So this card is a good reminder. I guess I have a quick anecdote about that, like giving what you freely are able to. There's been a lot of emotion this year in my family. My mother-in-law had a stroke in January, and my in-laws live an hour away from us, and at the same time, right, like me and my husband's lives were just on fire. Like everything was burning down. We were so busy. We were going out there as often as we could. And like, she's recovering now. She's at home. Everything is settling. Like things are settling into place. And there's a little bit of guilt that we feel like we should be doing more. We should be giving more. We should be visiting. We should be helping the meal plan and all that stuff. And then I was at a friend's house yesterday, and his mom, very generous lady, she's retired. She has all the time in the world. She happens to be friends with my in-laws. She's going over there once a week. She's meal prepping. She's bringing them healthy food. She's hanging out with my mother-in-law. And I was like, you know what? Thank you. Because my mother-in-law is getting what she needs, and it's not all on my shoulders, right? Like I have another person who can help carry this burden. And it's not about me being enough, me being the one to do the thing. As long as the thing is getting done, hallelujah, right? So give what you have an abundance of. Right now, I don't have an abundance of time, but when I'm there, I have an abundance of holistic ideas, right? I have an abundance of nutritional knowledge. I can help you with your mindset work. Right now, I don't have that time, but this person does. So there's where all that comes around. That was the first way of how to bring into balance, how to effectively use divine masculine, divine feminine. This feels like, especially because the card is generosity, this feels more masculine. This feels like find your divine masculine, find what comes easily to you, and just freely share it. Because it's valuable. Venus and Taurus, it's valuable. All right, card number 2. How else to most effectively utilize this balance? Yeah, of course we got this Dragonfly Spirit, the Change card. This is the one card that came out for me when I used this deck. So card number 2 is card number 12. Dragonfly Spirit brings change. You watch the dragonfly whisk across the surface of the forest pond with elegance and grace. Her iridescent wings and body shine in a kaleidoscope of colors, depending on how the light falls on her. She hovers, flies backwards, and even darts upside down with seeming delight. This card is letting you know that it's all right to change directions. It's okay to change your mind. You do not need to be consistent at every turn. This is the time to put the traditions and expectations of others aside. Instead, you are called to create your own traditions. You are free to express yourself and let your spirit fly. Dragonflies are acrobats of the sky. Not only can they fly backward, they fly upside down and turn 360 degrees, and while looking graceful as they do so. Dragonfly Spirit urges you to take on her same fearless daring. Go beyond predictable behavior. Just because something has always been done a certain way doesn't mean it needs to continue to be done that way. While you can't control the exact circumstances of your life, you can control what meaning you give to them. Select meanings that empower you, for this is the time to be carefree, wild, and unpredictable. Dragonflies are ancient, taking to the skies 300 to 350 million years ago. They have adapted through millennia and thus survived when many creatures have not. These masters of change are a reminder that change will heal you. The spirit of Dragonfly says, be willing to change your perspective and good fortune will follow. Sometimes you need to back up to go forward. As people get older, they find it harder to change. So to activate youthfulness, be willing to make changes without hesitation. I had to wait for a second to see how that related to this divine masculine, divine feminine balance, and it was really that last sentence that did it for me. When we predict that our lives will go a certain way if we do a certain thing, we hold ourselves in this like stuck mentality, right? If you assume, oh, if I pick up the phone and I call this person today, I'm going to get the same response that I've always gotten, right? So the divine masculine part is what enacts the change. It's what does the thing differently. There she goes. The divine feminine part of you is what receives the consequences of the new thing, what receives the new energy based on the new action that you took. Then, by receiving that new energy, you can then again, divine masculine, output, act in a new way based on that. But you have to take the first step the first time. So this card, especially in May, because that's what we're asking about, is while these two planets are in their own signs, month of May, change it up, have some youthful energy, take some daring exploits. I'm not even going to air you to caution because you guys are sovereign beings, right? You know your limits. And even if you feel like you pushed the limit, you went too far, it's all a lesson for you, right? I'm going to be such a terrible mother. Yeah, go ahead. Just jump right off. You don't need any equipment. Just do it. Just do the thing. Trust yourself. Trust your intuition. You got it. Yeah, just be youthful and change and do the things and have fun, right? Do opposite month. I like that. Cat loves dragonflies. If you guys weren't here in the beginning, I just want to show off this lovely piece. This card came up for me. Saturday was my birthday, and I said, what does this next year have in store for me? And this is the card that came up. I went to a spiritual festival, pulled an oracle card there. That was change. Can I reach it? Can I reach it? Yep. See, I got this changes card. And then, oh, and the lightning. Lightning came up for Taurus season. And then I found this dragonfly, and I had to, it's just so gorgeous. So that's changes. So change your flow also, right? I'm gonna piggyback off of this Maple Spirit card. The Maple Spirit was all about generosity, like give more of what you have an abundance of. So if you've been afraid and you've been hoarding, maybe it's time to change that up. And maybe by changing, by giving more freely of what you do have and not worrying that nothing is going to come back, by just freely giving, that will change the flow. Venus and Taurus will allow you to call in more of what you need. Greg, this does sound like a leap of faith card. Jenny, yes, love it. And hey, talk about leaving old family structures and beliefs, acting differently to then let you relax and be. Athena, last September, I had a lightning strike right on top of me in a tent. That energy has been flowing since. It was tripping me out when it was coming up previously. My God, that's crazy. I wonder what that means. I wonder what that means. Nina, that's great mother energy. It's how I'm guiding my 3 young boys. Yes, I love it. I love it. Just figure it out. You'll be fine. Just go figure it out. Delaney, change is painful, but nothing is as painful as staying stuck somewhere you don't belong. That's Insight Timer's quote today. Get out. Get out. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hello, Kieran. Kieran says hi, Gemma. She's in dreamland. Greg, I recently learned about the cyclical flow of abundance, just like the seasons a fruit tree goes through. Very enlightening concept. The divine flow of all resources. Yes, 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 yes. Elizabeth is at the gym right now listening, and the song that's playing is Don't Stop Believin'. Oh, my gosh. My gosh. I'm going to spoil a surprise a little bit. So we're asking how to most effectively use this balance. Divine masculine, divine feminine. Card number 3 is card number 11. And this is the dragon card. And it brings power. And before I even read this card, because I don't even know what's in here, I bought another piece at this festival on Saturday. And I teased you guys in the beginning. I was like, oh, I'm going to make a special video for you guys. I don't ever do this kind of stuff. So I got this. I was blown away when I saw it. It's selenite and milky quartz, snow quartz, selenite and snow quartz. And when I first saw it, I was like, oh, it's a dragon, 100%. Like, it's a dragon. And I'll give more detail in the video that I am going to make, but I'm going to see which dragon it is for me. And then here comes this dragon card in this reading as well. So yeah, dragon, that's it. So... And it was interesting because I keep looking at this and I was like, oh my god, it's kind of like a unicorn. And while this isn't a unicorn, it is Pegasus. There is a unicorn card in this deck. So that's why my mind is blown right now. Just saying. And, okay, so here's Pegasus on the bottom of the deck. That's it. Magic. Ready? How to most effectively use this balance. Card number 3. Greg bought the dragon deck last week. Kat, you see the dragon. Beautiful. Thank you guys. Yeah, I saw it and I was like, I don't even care. I need it. I need it. Card number 3, card number 11, dragon. The message is power. You've fallen asleep on the forest floor. The night was cold as you snuggled into some leaves, yet you felt warm and comfortable as you slept. In the early morning, you stretch and open your eyes to find a dragon has lovingly wrapped himself around you in the night. He opens his large eyes and looks at you with kindness and compassion, and you know that all is well. This card suggests it's time to step into your power and take charge of your life. Look to see if there is anyone in your life who is trying to run the show. Speak your truth and take back authority of your own life. You're ready to stand in your strength. If you've lost or given away your authority to someone or something else, it's now time to reclaim it. If you're holding on to limiting beliefs, or if you're afraid of being shunned, judged, or ostracized, it's time to let go of those limitations. Release any fear of misusing your gifts. True strength doesn't dominate or manipulate. It's a gift from the Creator that dwells within you. You have the spiritual power that's born of sacred love, wisdom, and grace. This ability can heal others and bring light into darkness. You are a radiant, glorious being. Dragon Spirit at your side is a mighty ally. He empowers you with healing and restorative abilities. He helps you overcome any obstacle, and he protects you in all areas of your life. The spirit of the dragon says, within you dwells the remarkable power to manifest your dreams, gain great riches, and activate ancient wisdom. Take back your power and express your strength with grace. How to most effectively utilize the divine masculine with the divine feminine. It's always that last sentence. Take back your power. That's feminine energy. Taking it back. Realizing where you have given your power away. Where do you have to ask permission in your life? Where do you have to get clearance before you can do what you want to do? It doesn't have to be like this big thing, you know. It could be realizing like, oh, I have a landlord. I can't just do what I want to my property. And start to feel into how you can gain that power? How can you take that power back? And I love that this card talked about being afraid of your gifts, being fearful that they are not the right gifts, because which card was it? This card. It's talking about sharing what comes freely to you. So by sharing what comes freely to you and allowing that to bring change into your life, you'll find yourself taking your power back. Speaking up for what it is that you know that you want, speaking up for what you know is right, that will give you your power back. And what I'm feeling also with this dragon card is that you have divine protection. If you're afraid that you might fall on your face or you might not make it, I feel like this card is just letting you know that you have that dragon protecting you. It's there. 2024 is the year of the dragon. Like, we're in the Chinese zodiac year of the dragon. That energy is strong. That's why I'm making this video with this dragon card stuff. Utilize it. Trust it. I don't know how else to say it. Like, you got to build that in yourself. So what is it that's making you feel that dragon power? Where can you reclaim your power? I mean, step one is identifying where it has gone. Joe, breathe fire. Yes, cat. Bonnie sending songs to the group that align with these cards. Thank you, Bonnie. Melinda, this card is so spot on for me. Nancy is a dragon child and a fire Aries. Sounded like me this morning, waking up snug and warm with my new kitty looking at me with his big round eyes. This card is spot on per your descriptions. Beautiful. Vicky drew cards yesterday. They kept telling me to share my gifts. Yes, that was something that I was feeling so strongly with all of this Chiron energy. Let's see, has Chiron moved to 20 yet? Yeah, okay, so quick explanation, and then we have one more card from one more deck. Chiron is the wounded healer. He's been in Aries since 2018. Chiron is now in the third decan of Aries. He's in the third phase of Aries. So I feel like Chiron, the wounded healer, moving through the first two decans of Aries, the first 2/3, he was realizing, like, okay, this is where I feel wounded. This is where I feel like I'm not good enough. I'm identifying it. Okay, second decan, how can I heal this? How can I work with this? What things are available to me that I could use to build up my skills? Now, Chiron is in the third phase of Aries. It's time to heal with what you've learned from the first 2/3 of his journey. So yes, if anyone is being called to share your gifts now, it's time. It's go time, right? Mars in Aries, it's go time. Venus in Taurus, call in what you need. Okay, if I'm meant to share this gift, I'm gonna need a new computer. Universe, please help me find a new computer. If I'm gonna share these gifts, I'm gonna need a new car. Universe, please help me find a new car. You know, it's as simple as that. You don't have to worry about how. You don't have to figure out the details. That's the job of the universe, right? I have these gifts, but I don't know where to share them. Universe, show me how to share my gifts. And then maybe you'll find a flyer for a festival that's happening 5 minutes from your house. You know, like, you just gotta ask. And I'm saying this as a reminder for myself too, guys. I have a wish list every morning. I have like a prayer list, like, hey, please help me with these things. And every morning I'm like, what do I need help with? And then throughout the day, I'm like, come on, Jacqui, like, write that down. You can ask for this. So April is definitely rewatching this recording. We are out of Mercury retrograde, so yes, it is still recording. We are still good. If you've missed part of this session, if you came in after 8:15 Central, the recording will be available on my YouTube channel later today. You can just search my name on YouTube to find that. Vicky says you're in my head right now, so spot on. I know, because I'm tapped in, guys. We're all tapped in. If you're here with me and you're listening to the astrology, like the vibrations of my voice, and you're listening and you're getting it in there, like, you're syncing with the universe. Whether you're aware of it or not, like, just being here and sitting in this energy, you're synced, I'm synced, we're all synced. Lastly, Greg, lately I've been telling my guides Guide me, show me, use me. I love that. I tried a new one before this session today. I said, bring me who you would have me serve, because I've been hearing that a lot lately and I keep wanting to use it. And that's my new one. Please bring me who you would want me to serve. And that's it. Sometimes I have the most unlikely clients, but they turn out to be magical and beautiful. All right. We're going to use a gift from last year's birthday. My husband gave me this last year for my birthday. We're going to use the Animal Apothecary deck, and we're asking, what was our biggest takeaway from Mercury retrograde, April 2024? Because I missed that session last week because I was sick. So we're going to pull a culminating card. One card resonates for everybody. What was our biggest takeaway from Mercury retrograde 2024? What have we learned about ourselves that we can now bring forward as we share it generously? What will help us make these changes in our life, and what will help us remember to call back our power? Okay, something came through. I'm going to wait to see if it resonates with this deck before I tell another big long story. Feel free to send your energy into this deck, asking what was our biggest takeaway from Mercury retrograde this April 2024. If you've been enjoying today's session, if you'd like to offer an energy exchange in the form of a donation, they are always appreciated. If you are not yet following me on Insight Timer, please consider giving me a follow so you can see when my new classes are posted. I'm here most Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm kind of averaging out about 2 times a week. Depending on what's going on in the sky, I'll be here sometimes Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Jennifer, this is the Animal Apothecary deck. I just mentioned these replays are on my YouTube channel, Jacqui Mancuso on YouTube. You can also click on my face on the bottom right-hand corner. That will take you to my Insight Timer teacher profile. That's where you can find my group on Insight Timer. The group is called Our Spiritual Community. Within that group, our friend Bonnie puts the text recaps of all the cards. So if you are just a quick reader, you just want to read over the descriptions, you can join our spiritual community. She does that for us every time I have a session. So thank you so much, Bonnie, for doing that for us. In my Insight Timer teacher profile is where you can also find my courses. I have an Astrology 101 course here on Insight Timer. This year I am releasing one astrological course every season. So my Taurus course is relevant right now because we're in Taurus season. So feel free to hop on that. You can find my link tree in my Insight Timer bio. That's where you can sign up for my newsletter. That's where you can find alternate ways to donate if you are liking to donate off of Insight Timer for personal reasons. All my stuff is there. Anything that I do that's new, I throw it up on my link tree. And I try to make it pretty easy for you guys to comprehend. I've seen some people's link trees and I'm like, how the hell do you expect me to know what that keyword means? Like, I don't know who you are, so I try to make them pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, Carrie just finished Astrology 101. She's all about it. Carrie, I will get back to your email very, very soon. I was sick and I had a lot going on, but I read in the email that you understand. I just wanted to say that out loud. All right, guys. So what was our biggest takeaway from Mercury retrograde, April 2024? One card for all of us, and the message is card number 18, Attract Through Glow. And this comes from the lightning bug. Gemma's beating up on Darla. It's her favorite thing to do. Hang on. She was being really mean. Okay. Biggest takeaway from Mercury retrograde, April 2024. Attraction through glow. Lightning bug. Notice how plain and unassuming Lightning Bug is in the light of the sun. Yet, in the darkness, he becomes his most magnificent, brilliant self. It is his glow that we all yearn to experience. His glow is magnetic and attracts. His inner light is what lights up other lightning bugs and connects him to what he desires. In receiving Lightning Bug's medicine, you are being challenged to glow up and attract. Lightning Bug uses his glow for many reasons, but one main reason is to connect with other lightning bugs and to attract his mate. So whether you are in the stages of attracting your beloved or just trying to level up in the world, Lightning Bug's medicine teaches us that we brighten our glow by enhancing others' glow. You don't say. Our inherent being doesn't just desire, but needs to be loved and heard by others. This card challenges us to enhance our relationship with others, and in doing so, we live a more fulfilling version of ourselves. When we are seen, heard, and respected by others, we not only feel amazing, but we glow more intensely. How do we improve our relationships with others? Research has shown that when we focus on the positive qualities of others, we begin to experience their positive qualities constantly. This medicine asks you to start a daily journal practice by writing down the aspects you love and admire in others. There's my stick. You will not only begin to see these glowing qualities in others in abundance, but their glow will enhance your glow. Practice this for at least a week and watch yourself and the people you wrote about glow up. So this is not what the card was talking about, but this was screaming out at me in the beginning. We first asked about divine masculine, divine feminine, and it wasn't until the lightning bug is in the darkness, right? Divine feminine, feminine is black, yin is black. When you're in the darkness, that's when you are this little lightning bug. You are this little white speck in the middle because you are so bright, right? So it might not be until you are in the middle of the muck that you realize how bright you are. It might take you to be drugged down into some nasty situations for you to say, holy shit, I'm the light in this situation. Like, wow, I'm making it through. My ability is here to do all this. Not egotistically, inner soul light, okay? But we're asking what the biggest takeaway was from Mercury retrograde. This card is very much highlighting shining on others, being a spotlight onto others and appreciating things about others. And that will help you appreciate things about yourself. So I wonder, what are you guys feeling with that? Because Mercury retrograde was in Aries, so it was very, it was a self-reflective. Aries is the I am. Aries is the self. Aries is your sense of self. So we were reviewing our sense of self. So I wonder maybe if it's going to settle more deeply what you reviewed about yourself when you start looking for good qualities in others, when you start looking for positive, enhancing qualities in others. This card came up for my husband once when he was going through just like a difficult time. And so I recommended that he literally every day just pick someone in his life and write down like 5 things that he really appreciated about that person, or like 5 things that he admired about a person. So if you are in a relationship weird place, if you're questioning relationships, right, challenge yourself and decide to look for the positive qualities in others, decide to look for the light in others, shine a light on them. Maybe not out loud, right? You don't always have to share with people what your discoveries are. Like, this could be just for you. This could be a time to just journal. I love this about this person. I love this about this person. And I love this about this person. And the more you do that, the more you stay in that glowing energy, the more you'll find your own light inside of you. So maybe I will share this. I teased I might share something with this dragon card. This card is talking about your power, and this was about balancing masculine, feminine. I said, call your power back to you. And then this light really struck my eye. And then I guess here we got the dragon, or the lightning bug with the light. I was just working on some quantum leap stuff for the last month, and the meditation started with calling your energy back to you and seeing it come to you as beams of light. And that just came through when I saw this. So if this card resonated with you, the Dragon Power card, you can utilize that energy of calling your power back to you and seeing it as beams of light, just returning to you from all of time, all of space, anywhere that you gave your power away, past, present, even future. Call it back to you. Intend that it come back to you. And then also look at this Maple Spirit card. I'm going to hold it up real close. I hope it gets in focus. Don't those look like a bunch of little lightning bugs at the base of the tree? Don't those look like a bunch of little lightning bugs? Charlotte, thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate you. And Amber as well. Thank you very much. The first card talked about giving more of what comes naturally to you. Dish out some compliments. How good does it feel to receive a compliment from someone, right? If that's what you have to give right now, dish them out. Give them. Shine. And that will help you attract. I like this reading. What do you guys think about this reading? Shine your light like the lightning bug, Carrie. Greg, yep, glow up. Angel, always connected with lightning bugs, have been present in very special moments in my life. That's beautiful. Nina, praise be. Chantel, maybe we will recognize our positive qualities by recognizing the positives in others. 100%. 100%. Everyone is your mirror. Every single person is your mirror. So if you are continuously judging other people, why are they doing this? Why would that person think to make that choice? I can't believe they're doing this again. The more you do that outwardly, it's proving, it's showing the universe that that's what you're doing inwardly. I physically noticed a giant change when I stopped judging what other people were doing so much. I stopped judging myself. And it's a little bit on either side, you know? It's not like I just decided, okay, I'm no longer judging other people, and therefore I'm no longer judging myself. It went hand in hand. It would be like a little bit of external backing off and then a little bit of internal backing off. A little bit of external, a little bit of internal. It's a beautiful thing. It's so freeing. Caitlin, oh my God, that card is what someone drew for me in a session, and I bought this deck, my fave. Yes. Athena, in the moments of, is my current living arrangement working and taking away my power, or am I the shining light guiding us all through? Mother hen in a way. I've been chewing on this concept of motherhood and being at home, this is my atrium, as in where I'm at. But if I can stay present in the current moment through and through, although I may not be in the supportive space I'm calling in, if I stay present, I'm growing through this space. Ashram. I don't know what that is. I don't know what an ashram is. I bite my tongue when it comes to motherhood stuff because I'm not a mom. I am a dog mom. I don't know what that is. I don't know if I'm like allowed to speak on motherhood things or not. But I do coach people who are mothers, and I've come across things. So like, how do I say this delicately? Like, other people are not your responsibility, whether that be your partner or your child. Like, they are not your responsibility because they are sovereign beings. Every single thing in this universe is sovereign. It can make its own choices. So, I mean, I talk about all the time leading by example. It's not about telling other people what to do. Leading by example is the strongest way of leading. So yes, by taking care of yourself, Not only will you give a shining example to those who look up to you, but that will allow you to have more to give freely instead of scraping the bottom of the barrel and saying like, oh, this is all I have to give. Like, I have to do this and this with my energy. If you focus on yourself in a divine, loving way, not in a push others aside, I have to be number one, you're number 400. It's a divine loving. You get to take care of yourself. You get to put yourself first because you're then leading by example so that your children learn to put themselves first. And I do have a lot of respect for mothers, and I do understand that it's probably a lot more complicated than what I'm saying. And I do have some naivety around this because I'm not a mom, but I hope that's resonating with you. I hope that's coming through the way that I think it's coming through. Caitlin recently made a transition to be home with kids too. Christine, the universe is speaking loud and clear to me with that maple leaf energy. Love it. Caitlin, that started way back 3 years, went into my business, then back to my roots. It's tough. Yes. Yeah, same, Shauna. Not a human mom, so I don't offer advice. But like everything is a metaphor. That's what I teach. Everything always comes back to the same principle, so I'm just going to keep the same principle. Christine, ashram is a monastery. Thank you. Ivana loved today's live extra today. Joined late, but at the right time for me. 100%. Heather just recently reconnected with your mom. It's been life-changing. Took 41 years to break the mistrust. Caitlin's asking how you did that. There is no one right way, Nina. We are here to witness, dance, and walk each other home. 100%. Thank you guys for being here with me today. I hope the session served you well. I'll be back on Wednesday this week, and that's it. No Friday session, just Wednesday this week. And we're talking about Pluto stationing retrograde. I haven't even touched that topic at all, so come on Wednesday to see what it means to have Pluto retrograde. And that is all. I will see you guys then. Thank you so much for being here today. Sending love to all. Namaste. I hope that video was just as insightful for you as it was for all of us. Darla and I really appreciate you being here with me. Thank you for liking this video, sharing it with a friend who you think would benefit, and subscribing to my YouTube channel. Also, drop a comment and let us know what you got from this video. What was your biggest insight or takeaway? If you want to see what else I'm working on, click on my link tree. It's right underneath this YouTube video. We'll see you next time. Take care.